Welcome to the Circle of Grace One. I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey. Welcome to the Circle of Grace One with myself, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, live. I'm back here. It's Thursday. I was enjoying myself away for a bit, something that I need to do more often. You know, you're out here doing this work, been doing this work 42 plus years. Next year will be 43, so like everyone else, I have to remember to take a break. And I had a nice time. So, without dwelling on that any further, I'm going to step into this show through divine power and by divine grace. Know that any of you who have a opportunity to listen to today's show live in its streaming format or later, we keep all shows here for about 30 days from the day that they are broadcasted live on Ustream, or go to my YouTube channel, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, and you could watch all of the archive shows that I've ever done on live video stream right there. May this particular today's show somehow assist you in planting a seed for planetary healing, and also to bring more energy for self-healing. So I have a lot of people I want to place some self-healing toward today. I'm not going to mention their names, but I know that they are in need of some form of emotional wellness, mental wellness, physical wellness, and spiritual wellness. So may all of you who have an opportunity to hear this show live, and if you do hear it live, I suggest that you call someone who needs some energetic balancing in their auric field. Email somebody, text somebody, and tell them that I'm on live now. This will be a 90-minute show, so I may not go full 2 hours, keeping the show to about 90 minutes. In the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to give out 3 names. I did it 2 shows ago. I'm doing it again. I'm going to be promoting other people on this show because so many other people are out there doing positive work. And I want people to know that these people are there. Now, we're in the time of the Aquarian Age and the new millennium energy coming forward, the divine feminine energy getting stronger on the planet, and where we find ourselves at, you know, hooray to the mothers, the grandmothers, the daughters, the sisters who are gaining another opportunity to be more of themselves. And in this process, I'm going to promote at least, if not 3, but at least 1 or 2 people, either every one of my shows that I do live streaming, and if I get a chance to incorporate it into my blog talk radio shows on Wednesdays that run for about 30 minutes, I'll at least try to get 1 person's name in there. While I can live stream for 90 minutes, I'll do my best to get 3, and I'm going to put 3 names out again into, I think the last time I did 4, this time I'm going to do 3. So amen, so shall it be. Know that everything is a covering, and lots of things need to be uncovered and other things need to be covered. You know, meaning it needs greater light on it, greater protection on it, one way or the other. So what I want to do is I'm devoting today's show to planetary healing, but no, this incorporates the land, energetically the land that we are on, this 3D matrix land, also the 4th dimensional ranges, 5th, 6th, all the way up. Now, a lot of people say there's the 33rd dimension. but there's also relating that to, according to numerology with master numbers. To me, the dimensions never end. So the realm of consciousness for you doesn't end. Therefore, the realm of consciousness never ends, and the domain or the dome or the dimension never ends. It's continuous. It overlaps. So I want to put this out there so that it's on, and we're live. I don't know why people aren't getting the show. And so, anyway, this is key. This is prominent. This is forthright. The energy is there, and I want everyone to receive it. Um, we don't have to wait for a special occasion. This is coming from one of my guides, Akhenaten. We don't have to come for a special occasion to release light onto the planet. We don't have to come for a special occasion to put light in someone's life. Like, we look at birthdays, those who celebrate the Christmas, the Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, doesn't matter to me. Whatever makes you happy, that's what it should be about. You see, if some event that you're doing is making you happy, then so be it. Let it bring the joy to your life that you could share with other people. And people will say sometimes, well, you can do that every day, but how many people are doing it every day? How many people do you know who are getting up? I'm quite sure there are many people. I bet you there's 10,000s of people out there releasing their unconditional love, their joy, their peace, their harmony, their inner happiness, their self-esteem, energy, ennobling others, raising the consciousness. But it's more than just raising the consciousness of others. People must feel love, and they must be able to give that love to themselves first. They must know how valuable that they are. And this is why, now I'm not a parent. People say, well, how can you talk this way and not be a parent? Well, I'm a spiritual parent. So I got a lot of spiritual children, and they range from the youngest one. I'm watching him go up. I started with him at 8, and now he's 16. So I'm watching him grow into his greatness, and I'm proud of him. And those who know me know his name. What I want people to do, and know that they have value. Everyone has value. And I'm going to type that in here for this show. We're going to do planetary healing, but in the form of self-healing. And how do you know you have value? Well, either you have value because the way you treat yourself. The way you treat yourself is the way that you have value. And you have to be valuable to yourself first before you can become valuable to someone outside of yourself. You have to treat yourself better. You have to love yourself more. Love yourself is not just the emotional love, but it's the caring of yourself. How do you go about caring for yourself? Like, my lack sometimes is I may not eat properly, or I may not eat on time, or I don't exercise enough, but I don't beat up on myself about it either. See, self-sabotage comes in many different ways. You can tear yourself down by you don't look good, you don't look handsome, you don't look beautiful, you don't look slim, you don't look muscular, you don't look toned, you don't wear the same kind of clothes that everyone else is wearing in style. You don't coif your hair the same way. You don't have the same bright smile that everyone else has. All the externals Get rid of all the externals and get on the inside. You don't have the big house like someone else has, but it's not about comparing yourself. You're not in a contest with loved ones, friends, co-workers, business partners, associates, competitors. You're not competing with anyone. It's how you are treating yourself. What are you doing to treat yourself? What are you giving to yourself that assists you and allows you to move closer to being this optimum, healthy, happy being? What is it that you need to do or you desire to do to create the change in your own life? We have to ask ourselves those questions, but we only need to answer those questions ourselves. There was something I was on my trip to where I was going, and my sister, she loves to drive, and her son was there, and I brought Manifest Your Destiny, the 9 Spiritual Principles for Getting Everything You Want by Wayne Dyer. I suggest, out of a lot of books, that you get this book. Let me put it this way, so you can see, hopefully you see the title. I have to learn how to use my camera here. Go this way? No, I gotta go this way. Okay, get this book, Manifest Your Destiny by Wayne W. Dyer. You gotta get this book, because this book has some easy but serious but heartwarming principles in here. And it's so unique that he has 9 principles, and I read this out loud to her while she was driving, and we read some of it back. We're almost done with it, with this book, and she went ahead and ordered the CD audio for it. Well, let me tell you, this book reawakened a whole new platform for myself. An entire new platform was reawakened just by listening to the words. And it's amazing how simple the program is. And it's amazing how it makes common sense, radical sense, spiritual sense. It's what your mother, as they used to say in the South, mother wit, has been telling you all these times. You know, when you are seeking to have something in your life that you really desire to have, you don't go around blasting it off to everybody. Why? There's a lot of people who have, as he calls it, good opinions. This is when we get an idea and it's on our mind to do this thing that we keep getting right in our head to do. And we get excited and we want to share it with other people. So in the process of sharing it with other people, what happens is that we go along this path and we find ourselves getting like super excited, and then we run out and we tell a lot of people. Then what happens is you wind up talking to people who, one, either are not interested in what you're striving to do for yourself, or if they're not even interested, they're not on the same path as you are. They're not into the same things that you are into. They don't believe it'll work for you because why? When they did some things along the same path, it didn't work for them. So you have some people giving you what they call the good opinions, and the good opinions are according to what their experiences were in the past up to the present. And because those people know you to some degree, and it could be family members, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, you know, could be your next door neighbor, could be a co-worker that you're close to. Everybody's giving you their opinion, but they're not living what you are living. They're not seeing what you're seeing. They're not feeling what you are feeling. So you have to learn how to not share the golden ideas that are coming to you. until after you have completed it, after it has come into total fruition. He even explains it here, which I've been saying in my own words in another way. Everything in the universe is already manifesting and manifested in the spirit realm, as we call it. It's already there. We are just striving to create the bridge to bring it into our material world. And how can we bring it into our material world? One is you have to take a certain degree of action on your part to allow it to come into your life. You also need to sit your ego aside, because your ego is the side that's constantly telling you you can't do, you can't have, you can't be, whatever. You have to control that ego and put it aside. You also have to allow it to come in, understanding that the universe does nothing but create. It creates. It's constantly creating. It's constantly creating energy all the time. Our streams of consciousness, our streams of thought, feeling, energy is already in the auric field, already in the etheric belt, emotional, mental, you name it. It's already there. And we can begin to see it. Just like a magician, an occult magician working the magic, is really just changing the consciousness and the sight to see, setting up the parameters to see it come into being, what they're striving to do. We do it all the time. We just are unaware that we do it. So I want to take this moment so that we can begin to be more thankful for what we have. That's one way of bringing it into fruition, is that we grow in gratitude and being thankful that we could, be in this position to act on something so that we can see it, so that we can receive it. And by doing so, it allows us to move forward instead of moving backwards or feeling like we're sliding backwards. Then we have to get not just joyful about it, but excited about it. We can be joyful about it, but you got to get excited first. You got to ignite yourself in some kind of way. This is what network marketers, that's the updated term of the multi-level marketer, is what those people have been talking about for ages. But no one really explained it. They never really could explain it. But they always say take massive action. Well, you can't take any action on something until you understand what it is that you have, or what is your goal in order to take action on something. You don't know your own value, your own purpose. You don't know the value or purpose of a product or a service in order for you to do that. So it comes back to who you are and what your capabilities are, and how you have to keep your mind open to change, keep your mind open to opportunity, keep your mind and your heart wide open, so that you can realize that what you're striving to have can come to you in numerous ways. So the same with planetary healing, the same with self-healing. Many people are hung up because now they have been addicted, and their body is enslaved by medication. There are many people on the planet who have taken so many types of pills and things over the years that they've changed the inner terrain of their body. The chemistry of their body has been altered to some degree, mutated, where now the body, the cells, crave for this medicine. Artificial medicines, in fact. Things that you hear it all the time in commercials, they usually have somebody speaking real fast so you don't pick up on it. But it's in there. Certain medications can cause you to have dry spots around your mouth or on your mouth, or you feel constant thirst, or you feel like you have to urinate a lot, or your heart palpitates, you get migraine headaches. These are some of the side effects. Dizziness, feel like you're going to faint, nausea. What else? Oh, some people say suicidal thoughts, all from medication. But there's other ways too. They're the natural processes, but you can abuse those too and don't use those properly sometimes and don't get the right result. So then it goes back to you, the individual. How are you going to maybe structure your life, change your life, adapt to different situations, or what do you have to do in order to get the wholeness going on in your life, the wellness factor going on in your life? You can be well on one side monetarily. You can be very happy with your finances, and you can be very happy with property that you have, and you can be very happy with a whole new slew of friends that you can hang out with at any point in a big fancy house, or again property, or nice cars, or nice clothes, and yet somewhere down inside not be happy, not be truly happy, because you don't know who you are. So I put this out there so that we all can begin to respect ourselves and find ourselves. So I want to put this question in. Do you know who you are? That's the question. Do you know who you are? Have you placed yourself in a position to find out who you are? Yes, it's good to have a tight-knit group of people who really understand you and you understand them. So they know that when you need to get into that quiet zone, you could get into that quiet zone and recharge yourself, rebalance yourself. Or you're already balanced and you get into that quiet zone so you can go to a higher level, higher notch. Okay, so you are moving in that way so that you feel that everything is in place, and you have to feel it for yourself. No one can feel what it's like except you. No one. No one can understand who you are except yourself. And I used to hear this all the time, as I grew doing psychic readings, spiritual consultations. People said, no one can read me, I can only read myself. Well, that's good. And that's commendable too. But that also means your ego's in the way. So if there was something that you were supposed to hear by yourself, you couldn't hear it because your ego's in the way, that someone else could bring to you at the proper time, then you miss it, the truth, the healing, the wellness part that you could have received anyway. So it's all about finding out who you are. It's all about finding out who you are. And what are you striving to do so that you can find yourself, know yourself, be yourself, have more of yourself? I'm finding that being brought to my attention over and over again, this, you gotta be happy. You gotta have the joy. You gotta enjoy life, which is your life. But you gotta have balance. Balance is important. In order to have this healing that we all are seeking, we have to come back and balance ourselves. So we have to be what? Heart centered. We need to be heart-centered. If we're not being heart-centered, or coming from the heart, or having compassion, or being passionate about having more compassion, or being more compassionate, then it's hard for us to get to that level where the joy can emanate. So you can't have any false joy, and you can't just be relying on a whole bunch of tools all the time either, because sometimes too many tools become a crutch. Let me put this in here. Too many tools become your crutch or crutches. In other words, you're relying on them so much that you forget what is already there. What you're supposed to do is just trigger what's on the inside. Press the right buttons. That's like when you do Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, stretching, pranic healing, Reiki, Jo Ray, ruffling. You get a massage by someone who really knows how to do professional massages. Go to a chiropractor. Someone can sit you on a table and do the cranial manipulation of your head on your neck. All of these things. Acupuncture, acupressure. You can have all of these things done, but if you yourself aren't open to it, it's only going to get you but so far. So you have to have self-love. See, self-love is going to help you. Then you become self-empowered, and then that leads to self-realization. See, if we don't have any of these things, if we're not working on to self-love, if you're not working to gain to be self-empowered, which means it's going to make you what? Self-sufficient. And that's what people have been talking about for the past 30 years, right? 40 years. Since the 70s, people have been saying you're going into a relationship and you're expecting the partner to make you happy. Then when the partner doesn't make you happy, you're no longer feeling fulfilled. But the whole idea is that you had to be happy in the beginning. You have to be happy with yourself in the beginning. And then through your relationships, that person is like your master. They're going to push the button and it's going to bring up some stuff that you didn't conquer yet fully. So you know that you got more work to do. It's not when we have the easy, smooth life, is when everything is well, is when it's not smooth, is when we learn our greatest lessons. So we want to get into this planetary healing. But know that this planetary healing is self-healing. Planetary awareness is self-awareness. Planetary awareness is self-awareness. I'm going to say it again. Planetary awareness is self-awareness. I'm going to put it this way. Self-awareness leads to planetary healing. Self-awareness leads to planetary healing. And I'm going to also put on here self-healing and planetary healing. So we need both, right? We have to have both in order to be able to create some wellness in areas in our own life. So before I step into this, as I said, at the 30-minute mark, I wanted to promote 3 women that are doing something. And last time I promoted 4. So I broke it down to 3, and maybe in a couple of weeks from now I will have new people who I want to put out there so that you can connect with them. Well, the first one is a longtime friend of mine, Maria D'Andrea. Maria, Maria, That's the first name. Capital D apostrophe capital Andrea. Her website is www.mariadeandrea.com. She has 14 different sections there, from spiritual coaching, life coaching, to she's an author. She's written so many books, and I've acquired many of her books over the years. She's a prolific writer. She's turning out books left and right for Inner Light Publications. You also should know that she's an excellent room reader. She has studied rooms as way back as the 80s and the 90s, and she has mastered that stuff like out of this world. So she is fabulous as a rune caster, rune reader. Reads tarot cards, regular playing cards. She does numerology readings for you. Um, she also could assist you in other areas of your life. She has taught numerous classes through lectures, seminars. She's been on internet radio, regular radio. She's been out there doing her thing. So you want to go to www.mariadeandrea.com. Also, another prominent person coming up the ladder. I know this woman here. She has some very unique work. She is a life and love transformation coach. Life and love transformation coach. You want to look up Diana, Diana Nieves, Nieves. So go to her website, www.diananieves.com. DianaNieves.com, and she will help you gain a better grasp over your life and the love of your life, which is yourself, to be open to love. She's an excellent life and love transformational coach. And the last woman here, she's dynamite. She's got a lot of fire, a lot of energy as well. You want to get in touch with Kimani, Kimani Divine, Divina, Kimani Divine. And she has a website that is called Woman's Healing Zone, or the Woman's Healing Zone. So you want to look up Kimani Divine, and she's a Reiki master. She has some excellent oils at her shop, aromatherapy oils. This sister can throw down the cooking department. All of them are great cooks, but they got their different ways of doing it. You know, Reverend Maria got the Hungarian style, Deanna Nieves got the Spanish flavor going on, and Kimani's got that New Orleans flavor going on. I remember having meals with Kimani, and wow, not even on holidays, just a regular day in the week, just popping up and visiting, or being invited over, and she just makes all kind of things. But you want to allow her to bring a new consciousness into your mind, new visions into your mind. And she has some excellent teachings for you. And she just came out with a book, so you need to go to womanshealingzone.com and inquire about Kimani Divine's book. And you also need to check her life partner's book, Robin Divine's book, as well. She did a journey throughout the United States, and she wrote a book about it, and she has some spiritual gems in that book. So get in touch with Kimani Divine and her partner Robin Divine at womanshealingzone.com. Get in touch with Diana Nieves at diananieves.com. Get in touch with Maria Deandrea at mariadeandrea.com if you want some life changes to go on in your life. Now, of course, if you want to check me out, you can always look me up as Circle of Grace 1.byregion.net. Circle of Grace with the number 1 at the end at byregion.net to find out more about the things that I'm doing. And I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing, so I want you to get on board and get that information that I have that's going on. But let's get back to our program. Now, I'm talking about it's necessary to be fine-tune your awareness. I always say, what are you aware of, and what do you remember that you are aware of? Because that's important. And are you aware that you're in the state of remembrance? Awareness and remembrance are very important. See, so you want to awareness and remembrance are highly important. You gotta start tuning in to ourselves. No matter what we see going on in the world today, and we've all, get sidetracked, get thrown off center. Nobody's perfect. I've got thrown off center these last couple of weeks myself. So none of us are perfect where we don't have any experiences where we don't get thrown off the horse for some reason. We don't get kicked off the boat for some reason. We don't crack into a wall for some reason. We all have our ups and downs. We all got this sine wave of life that's going on. And we have to begin to figure stuff out. And you can't definitely go around and point the finger at other people. This person caused me to live this kind of life. No, only you are causing yourself to live the kind of life that you have, no matter what level that it's on. We are creating it as we go. And the universe is a co-creator, because the universe is receiving the thoughts, the impressions, the feelings, the pictures, and it's kicking it around and then popping it right back out at us. And actually it depends on which thought pattern that you've been constantly laying in to the computer brain of the universe the most, with the most emotions behind it. Your thoughts and your feelings. What have you been depositing into the spiritual bank of the universe that allows you to keep having the same experiences? So you got to have some changes. So you realize you're creating things as you go along. The Aboriginals used to always tell us that our dreams are our true reality. The dreams that we have, the dream inside of a dream inside of a dream, is our true reality, not what you actually see in front of you. And this man-made consciousness of about time, repeating time, doing things over and over, is really not a part. We've just been programmed through our families and our generations and our ancestors to believe that time, like it is compartmentalized like it is, when it really isn't. It just really flows from one instance to the next, from one energy to the next. So we get this light and dark effect that's going on in this particular world. In other places, there's longer light and less darkness. In other areas, there's greater darkness and very little light. And this is the energies that are going around all the time around us. And all of us, millions of us, are fine-tuned that it's going to be this way other than another way. And then there's a few of us, let's say out of billions or trillions of people, there's what, less than maybe 500,000 souls out there that are able to bend the time to themselves, bend the energy to match what they want to do, raise it, lower it, slow it down, stop it, so that they could travel in the manner that they choose to travel. So we're seeking to have an awareness and remembrance about planetary healing, but it starts with the self first. So join me as I begin to take you into the spirit of self-healing, self-awareness this evening. I want you to know that you could have this experience, you could feel this experience, and it could certainly bless you in a way that goes beyond your imagination. So one of the first things we want to do is this. We know breathing is very, very important. We know we got to breathe a certain way in order to retain a sense of consciousness. You know, like if you inhale and hold your breath for as long as you can, that's all well and good. You may have to do that if there's certain odors or fumes in the air that you know that you can't inhale, because if you did, it would literally gain what? Make you nauseated, regurgitate, and then you die. Or you have this intense headache. Then, holding your breath underwater, that's another way. But the bottom line is, can you have enough energy? Can you pull enough intrinsic energy out of the ethers to ignite you in such a way that you will go beyond this physical realm? That you can go beyond this physical consciousness so that you can open up. This is what all of the aboriginals, right down to the modern man and woman, has done, where they start using, marijuana to relax the mind, to open it up, right? To get rid of certain inhibitions and worries and anxieties, to open and relax the mind and start contemplating things that are on a higher level. The spiritual beings on the earth and down in the Yucatan areas and so forth, and even in the Southwest here in the United States, going all the way down into Mexico and South America, taking the peyote tabs, crunching on them things, and the chemicals in that connect with the chemicals in you, and then you have that moment in your brain where you can get past the hallucinations and step into the magical power that's there within you, that's inherent within you. Yet, even without those aids, those tools, or those crutches, you still can do it. You just have to delve deep enough. You have to be more patient with yourself. You have to do your study, and you got to go deep with your breathing. And you've got to link your breathing cycle, breath cycle, along with your brainwave cycle, like biorhythms, and then it can happen for you, and will happen. So, whether you're here with me live or you're listening to the show later, take a moment right now and begin to inhale and exhale. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And as you do that, the rhythm is like this. If we were looking at a clock, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can slow that down. If you were looking at a second hand on a clock, you could slow that down. That ticking sound that you hear on the clock on the wall, that's the second hand moving, and it's counting. So you could align the rhythm of your breath, the inhalation and the exhalation, with maybe doing 4 or 6 inhalations. In other words, inhale to 4 seconds. You put it that way. Inhale to 4 seconds and exhale to 4 seconds. Or inhale to 6 seconds and exhale to 6 seconds. Inhale to 8 seconds if you can do that. Exhale to 8 seconds. But you don't have to hold your breath in between. You just want to establish that rhythm. As you establish that rhythm, place your tongue to the roof of your mouth, just behind your 2 front teeth. And that further gets the circuitry up the back and down the front of your body. Allow yourself to truly relax into this mode. And while you're relaxing, you're just letting go of the thoughts of the day, the worries and the anxieties of the day. Just releasing it. As you do that, and you're allowing yourself to release, you're no longer allowing yourself to feel whatever you need to feel. You no longer have to take on something that's disturbing to you. You just let it go. So whatever is disturbing you, let that go. Just relax. Just take a moment and relax. Rest your mind from the process of constantly thinking. Rest your mind. Continue to breathe. Now, if there's a certain point, a certain thing in your body, maybe you got tension in your shoulder somewhere, tightness in the shoulder muscle, or up in the back between the shoulder blades, or in the center of your back, the muscles around the spine. Maybe it's in your hip, in your knees, ankles, or wrists, and maybe in your fingers. Let's say if it's your hand, just take a look at the palm of your hand, then the back of your hand. And if you have stiffness, I have many people that are struggling with arthritis, so they need to relax, or they're working tightly over something, whether you're doing artwork or whether you're fixing something, but you're using your shoulders and your wrists and your fingers and your hand, and they get tired. So as you begin to, I just want you to look at your hand and see how your hand is. Flex your fingers a little bit. Keep breathing though. Forming a fist, but not a tight fist, just a light fist. Now slow it down. Go as slow as you can, but maintain a rhythm. And as you open the palm up, kind of flex, bend the fingers back. That way you're flexing that palm. Now what I want you to do, slow it down. Find a place where to hold the hand. Maybe the fingers are curled. Relax your wrist. Continue the process of forming a light fist and flexing your palm without moving your hands. Continue to do that, because now you're programming the body, the cells, and the muscles in the hands to continue the process, the exercise. And if you're doing it just right, if you're in touch with the cells in your body, you're going to feel a pulling in automatically of your hands. You're going to feel like a pulling back slightly on your hands, on your fingers. You may just have one or two moving simultaneously together, or they might be doing it individually, but you're feeling it, right? And then slow it down again. Find a place in your hand where there's stiffness. Find a place where there's stiffness in the wrist. Begin to massage the hand, the palm, where there's some stiffness. Go right out to your fingertips, right down the sides, rub briskly, rub the palms together and throughout the fingers, do all of that, rub it briskly. So when you're doing this, you're sending the blood up to the surface. The chi, which is that intrinsic, invisible energy running throughout your body, the life force energy, is in the bloodstream, and that comes up into your palms and your fingertips as well. And as you do that, you're creating this energy wave in your body. You're creating this energy wave in your body, and this energy wave in your body starts to be felt as a tingling sensation around your fingers and the back of your hand and the palms down to your wrist. And if you focus on that tingling sensation with your breathing in unison, it will begin to expand. It's like you put your mind, your awareness, in the center of your palm, and as you inhale, the fingers will come down. As you exhale, they'll move forward. As you inhale, you relax the fingers, they come down. But as you exhale, you pull them up. And if you keep doing that with either hand or both hands, eventually this process will take care of itself. This is where you're sending that impulse through your brain for the hand to move, but eventually, because of the power of your breathing, you get a slight pull or push on your fingers. This is just a simple demonstration now. You can transfer this to a glass of water, juice, but water is better. And you can focus your mindset onto the water. The guy who wrote the book about, water, And the molecules, I don't have the name right now, but you know who I'm talking about, the Japanese fellow. You could do an exercise. You can buy a bottle of water, favorite water, and on the outside of the bottle write loving thoughts on that water. And everything on the inside will start to replicate that. The water molecules will grow and become perfect. Perfect, sacred, geometrical patterns will be in that water, the molecules of water. And he proved it years ago. You could put a piece of paper and write a negative word on it and put that underneath a glass of water. And you could then take that water after a certain period of time and put it underneath a droplet of water underneath a microscopic glass and see it disformed. But those that had a loving thought, as in a loving intention, you will see a perfect geometrical pattern of water, of the atomic structure, molecular structure of water. So that was just proof that what we speak can be heard by the body. You speak negative thoughts, the body gives in to the negative thoughts. You speak thoughts of indifference, the body gives in and just shows a nonchalantness about it. You feed the body positive energy, loving energy, and the blood will give forth that energy through the cells. So here we are. Take a moment now. Here's a technique other people use. It's a universal technique into itself. They say, just think of something that makes you happy. Go back to some point of your life when you were extremely happy, and take that emotional energy and transfer it in your consciousness to today. Just hold that thought, hold that feeling, hold that thought, hold that feeling, until your entire being is flooded with the joy and the happiness, the gratitude, the peace, the grace, the light, the unconditional love, the compassion. Your whole body starts to teem with it, tingling with it. Now you gather all of that tingling sensation, which is the excitement that your body has received from the image of a particular event in your life that brought great happiness to you. You take all of that energy and send it to that one point in your body where you feel imbalanced. Send it to a part of your body that feels ill to you, that doesn't have the happiness as it should radiate. And when you send that energy, you have to see the last picture, which is ecstatic excitement, happiness. That happy dance, that joyful dance, the singing and the voice, the emotions that come into play of everything being well. Now we know that you could do it from that point, right? So now what you want to do is this. Now you want to transfer what you learned from that experience. Transfer from what you learned from that experience. And now put that in a specific area. I don't have my globe here, but if you had a globe in front of you, you would take the globe and pick a spot on the globe. And as you pick this spot, you're sending your love, unconditional love, light, grace, gratitude, beauty, harmony, wisdom, understanding, overstanding, whatever. You are sending the absolute, the most infinite awareness and remembrance into the earth. So here's many people are there at Standing Rock in North Dakota. Let's send those that are there and those who are on their way there let us send unconditional love, not just to the Dakotas that are there and the Sioux that are there, but to those who are coming in forces to assist. I know a person that'll be leaving to go there Saturday. A decision on his part being led there. People there have a certain mindset that you have to have in order to be there. So let's feed them light. Let's feed the people that they have to deal with, because these people are unarmed, and they are protecting what is called their land. So let's send them unconditional love. But to those who are spilling the chemicals at night over them while they're in their tents, while they have their children there, those who are shooting the rubber bullets at them, let's send them unconditional love as well. It is perhaps your unconditional love, and that's a level of intensity in which you could send and release that unconditional love. You can create change even amongst those who are trying to shut them down. So let's send the unconditional love their way. Let's see them in total peace, harmony, and happiness. Let's see that which is in opposition to these people who are seeking to have a better life, a cleaner life with cleaner water. Let's see the angels. Let's see the ascended ones, masters. Let's see their ancestors rising up and assisting them. Let's see those who are going there in opposition. Let's see them cleansed of their negativity, cleansed of their hatred. They're there to do a job, but they're blindfolded. Let's see them change. Let's see them stop creating this problem. Let's see them stop creating a mass genocidal type of reaction. Let's see that change to where humanity at its highest point, humanity at its lowest point, meet and greet each other and work hand in hand to turn those events around. This is time for all the shamans to come together, all the spiritual magicians to come together, all of the spiritual people within their communities to come together. And if you can't come together, take an anchor somewhere, anchor yourself somewhere, and do the work, do the healing, do the protective energy healing that you know that you can do. Just envision it, see it, know that you are a part of the journey and you're assisting to accomplish what those that are there are striving to do daily and nightly. We're sending peace, harmony, and happiness. We're sending gratitude, joy, and grace. We're sending passion, compassion. We're sending healing, loving light. We're sending harmonic peace into the minds and the heart-centered love, the unconditional love, the grace into their hearts to everybody on both sides. The government, agencies that are there, military that is there to assist the people that are under siege there. We just want to see absolute peace and victory. Just feel it now, just see it, and just receive it. That's what you want to do. You want to receive this now. You want to know that all shall be well, because you're adding on to this now. And we want to see everyone receive it now. We know that it's difficult, but we want to forge ahead, and we want to see the peace that is there. We want this peace to overflow into their lives. Absolute peace. We don't want to see negativity. We don't have to. We want our divinity to be in place. So let's put the divinity in place. Let's allow that divinity to be the blessing. Let's allow us to see. Let's allow us to receive. Let's allow us to know. Let's go beyond belief. Just let us do what we've come to do. Let us spread the joy and the peace upon the planet. Let us know that we can do this now. Bigger energy. So begin to open up your hearts now. You are aware of yourself. You are aware of the remembrance of who you are, which is your divine nature in action. Wherever you are in these United States or abroad, direct healing prayers throughout the world now. Don't wait. Send it now. So if it's over here, it's 6:02 p.m., but it could be someplace else. It could be 6:02 p.m. Release it. Send that light. Send more. It could be 10 p.m. somewhere in the world. Send this unconditional love. Reach out and send it. Let it be felt. Let it rise. Send it. Send it for the children. Send it for the animals on the planet. Send it for those who cannot support themselves sufficiently. Send it for seniors. Send it for children. Send it for those who don't have education in place for themselves, or TVs, things that can bring them up to date. Send the light. Send the energy. Send the energy to those who are knowingly doing wrong. Send to those who don't know that they're doing wrong. Send to them as well this healing light to them, called change, called peace, called unconditional love, harmony, grace, understanding, compassion. Just keep sending it. Do you know that you could have a votive candle? A votive candle allows you to send a charge of light through the ethers. And it gives you a focal point so that you can send the charge of light through the ethers of the unconditional love that you are forming on the planet. Keep at least one candle lit if you can, so this light can go out to the universe. This light can go across. It doesn't matter if you think the earth is a dome or flat, just send it. Everything is in here, illusionary or not, it's going to receive it. Everything that's hologrammatic or not will receive it. Holographic or not will receive it. Just release this light. Let it go. The light is divine intelligence to itself. It's infinite. It's already perfect. It knows where it has to go. And you're the gateway. It's coming through you now. You're this gateway. So see this stream of violet flaming light, gold flame light, black flame light that's picking up all the negativity and casting it out of the ethers away from you, dissolving it, breaking it down, and bringing it back to its pure state of awareness and remembrance. This is what the black flame, this is why I'm wearing these colors, to bring it across. We want peace. We want divinity, our divine source, to bring forth peace, harmony, happiness, unconditional love, warmness, kindness. All of these things that were lost, that were placed aside, that brought the reality of being self-loved again. This is what this show's about. See the self-love taking over. This is what this show is about. See the unconditional love expanding, resonating inside of you, and then radiating out through the walls of your home, your apartment, your property, through your car, your truck, your SUV, your Hummer, your farm equipment, whatever, into the hearts of your cattle, your horses, your chickens, your pigs, your cats, your dogs, your sheep. See it being released. The unconditional love that has to be felt now. Feel that unconditional love being felt. Know that all shall be well. But you must trust and have the faith and the patience that even as you are doing this right now, it is already done. I hope it's already done. It is already done. You're like a kite in reverse. Eons ahead of you. The soul has accomplished what it came to accomplish. The soul has completed the task. From one planetary body, constellation to the next. It's completed it. Already ahead of you. You just came into the past to reawaken. This is the last stage of you that must be reawakened. Then you can catch up with your divine nature. Just allow yourself to be, allow yourself to receive all that you need to receive, all that you care to share. Just become more of that. If there's bliss, become more bliss. If you're blessed, become more blessed. If you're overflowing in grace, become more so divine grace. Remember Michael Jackson wrote a tune, "This is it. Here I am. I'm the light of the world. Yes, I am." Tag, you're it. Tag, you're it. Divinely empowered now. So we're sending this healing light because we had to build up our energy. We had to build ourselves up in order to send this light. Yourself is built up. Now you redirect the light. This is why I've said, and it's been brought to my attention, whether it was Akhenaten and others, that you can build this light up within yourself. Qigong masters do it all the time. Those who have spent 40 and 50 years working on the electromagnetic field in their body can send a low voltage in their body to you, and you can get a shock just by touching their abdomen. By them flexing the muscle and concentrating the thought and the focus and the attention, they can cause you to get a mild electrical shock or electrical buzz. And they did that the old ways, training the body, the old ways. Whether you train the body the old way or the modern way, you can still achieve your goals, but the ego must be placed aside. You are here this evening to receive self-love. To become self-empowered, self-sufficient, so that you could resonate with others and radiate with others. Resonate with the divine nature inside of you and then radiate that energy outside of you. Take a moment before you go to sleep tonight and release a prayer into the universe. Before you go to sleep tonight, release a prayer into the universe. Allow yourself to share your unconditional love with others. It's that time now. You don't have to pull something back. You want to let it go. You want to release it. You want others to feel it. So you've got to put it out there. Remember, everybody's got their good opinions, but they don't have the gift of what you are seeing, or what you are hearing, or what you are feeling, or what you are sensing. You're going to have to let their opinion, good opinion, go in one side of your head and go out the other. You cannot let it deflect you from achieving your goals. Just allow yourself to bask and bathe in that consciousness of light. All over you there's a golden white light. This golden white light with flecks of silver are descending around your body, over the chakras of your body, stepping up into the higher realms of consciousness of your body, even more so into the soul plane of your body, and just seeing just how large you really are. Embrace that and feel that, know that, and receive that. Just feel it, go with the flow of it, receive it, breathe it in, breathe it out. Let more of it reach around the world. Let your divinity flow around the world. Let your divinity flow around the world. I want to give you a website. This is a website that I promote myself. And I want you to take a look at it. I want you to see what you can see. And so I'm going to give it to you right now. Pick a short one. I want you to write down www.manifestingmagnet, MANIFESTING, capital MANIFESTING, and then right next to it without a space, capital MAG like in Gary, net.com /master, MASTER / then just write brother and then an underscore after the R, Francis. Brother _ Francis, FRANCIS. And I want you to go there and look at a few things and see if something whets your appetite. It's the manifesting, enlightened beings manifesting magnet master list of goodies. Tons of MP3 files there. And I'm helping as an affiliate member to promote it. So I want you to go check it out and take a look at it and see if it's something there for you. In the meantime, go to circlegrace1.byregion.net and read some of my articles, listen to a few of my audio files that I have there. I just have one or two that I placed there. I might have some videos there that you could check out that have been updated. Read some of my many articles, my blogs that are there. Follow me on Facebook as Circle of Grace 1 on Facebook, or Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, Brother Francis Revels-Bey. Follow me on Facebook. I have a Circle of Grace 1 fan page. I'm not looking for a million hits. I'm just looking for people to read the material that I put there. And get in touch with me by emailing me at iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com, or iam.circleofgrace1 @gmail.com. I have placed together 5 PDFs, which represents my first 5 basic spiritual courses that you can purchase for about $27 a piece. I'm working on about 5 or 6 more throughout 2017. I'm teaching how to channel on a private one-on-one basis, and you should find out what it costs to learn that particular course. You can take it once a month, you can take it twice a month, you can take it 3 times a month or 4 times a month, meaning one class per week, and you can just keep going and going and going. There is a fee for that as well, but you should get in touch and find out if you want to learn how to channel. I could teach you not only channeling, but how to connect with your spirit guides, your ascended masters, your angels, your ancestors. All of that is wrapped up in the title of How to Channel. You teach you how to channel the energy of a building if you want. That's in there too. We're going to get you on the path so that, see, everybody has the purpose of all of these classes that you find yourself taking around the world online is to reawaken the master on the inside. Once we wake you up, we can let you go. You're on your way. And that's what it's about. You having self-mastery. So there's many of us out here. Choose one of us. Buy our services or products so we can help you step back into your mastery. So we can help you have more self-healing. So you can go forth and have planetary healing, constellation healings. So you can really step out and do more and more and more and more and more. So you can turn around and help your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. You can help your feline members, your four-legged members in your house, your winged ones in your house. They're all waiting for us to awaken, to reawaken, to step into our divinity. Everything around us is waiting for us. Let's not keep them waiting. Let's get on board with ourselves so we can go forward and so that we can create what we need to create. I got about 26 minutes left. Be sure that you get in touch with Maria D'Andrea at www.mariadeandrea.com. Be sure that you take a look at Deanna Nieves' website, diananieves.com. Be sure you look at Woman Healing Zone. That's WOMENHEALINGZONE.com. Woman Healing Zone with Kamani Divine. Start looking at all these websites. As time goes on, I'm going to promote some other people too. There's a lot of people who are doing some very unique things out here already on the planet, and you need to know about it. Why? Because now is the time. I might as well throw one more person in. You need to, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you need to go to Blog Talk Radio and look up Mind Right Radio. MINDRIGHTRADIO. And that's my good friend, Brother S. Ali Myers. MYERS. And he and his partner, his cousin, Josh Myers, better known as Juice Myers, and as well as Brother S. Ali Myers' partner, we call her she's known as the Wiz, and that's Sansare. They have some very, very unique shows, and in a couple of weeks, in January, I'm going to be going on a Sunday, and I'm going to be giving readings on air to everybody that calls in. So you want to make sure that you listen in the month of December, and especially either January the 8th or January the 15th. Both of those are Sundays, and I'm looking to go on live. They go on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 Central, which is 9 a.m. for me. The show goes on for 90 minutes, and I tell you, they be rocking with a lot of spiritual, metaphysical, shamanic teachings on the air. And I'm going to be doing readings, but sometimes Josh will kick in with some insight, and also Brother S. Ali Myers will kick in with some readings, insight as well. So we want to make sure that We're here to help a lot of people make that step for themselves and really move to the next level in their own lives, whatever that is for them. This show today was about planetary healing, but first about understanding yourself, gaining the insight about who you are. If you come back to this show, hopefully you'll see these little short sentences or a question or two or whatever that I placed here in the chat room, and you'll be able to get that. And I hope you do get it and rock it and work with it. I'll be here next Thursday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which will be 6 Central, 7 Eastern p.m., as well as 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here every Thursday as much as I can. I've been promising that I'm going to come on with a show either on Blog Talk Radio or here late at night. I just might step on late at night or early in the morning and come up with another show. I don't know if I'm going to run it 75, 90 minutes to 2 hours. I might just clip it down to an hour to get more information, but I'm putting so many things together, but I have it in mind to do so that you can get this information. Hopefully in 27, I should hang it out there. I'm working on a special DVD to put together so that you have this information, you see, to work with. So I'm looking forward to putting that together so that it could be information that may talk about numerology, the basics of numerology. It may talk about the basics of dreams. It may talk about definitely about how to channel, how to contact spirit guides, all of that good stuff. I'm also going to, if you haven't already, downloaded many of those radio shows that I've done online since February of this year on the Age of Remembrance. That's my channel, sub-channel title, Circle Grace 1 in the Age of Remembrance. If you have not had a chance to download some of those shows, you won't hear them over there at YouTube. I'm downloading them myself, and I plan on, after re-listening to them, I plan on uploading those onto a CD audio or put them into another MP3 file setup, and so that you could purchase them. And I'm going to try to put different ones, and everything will be intact just like you hear the show. Everything will be intact just like that, as is. I'm not going to change it around or anything like that, so you can go hear the show. So I am planning to do that so that you have more of this material to get. Alright? Now my throat is getting a little raspy here. Drinking good water. But I want you to get this information. We've been on approximately an hour and 9 minutes, so that's 69 minutes. I can give you 8 more minutes and we get it 75, right? Whoever is watching the show, thank you for tuning in. If you have a way to get into the chat room, you can ask me a question. If you already know my mobile number, you could send me a question to my mobile number if you'd like for me to answer it. Or you can just call me for those of you that know me already. Here is my Skype number. You can always call my Skype number, which is 505-349-4722. That's my Skype internet number, which is 505-349-4722, and it happens to ring my handsome mobile phone here at the same time if I'm on live like this. Also, you can call my other internet line number, which is 505-717-4722. You can call 505-717-4722, and you can listen to an all-purpose 2-minute message. It's a meditational decree kind of a message, and then after that you could leave me your 10-digit phone number, your first and last name and the best time to reach you, and I'll call you right back. Now, when you give me that number, make sure you give me that number clearly, and I will call you back either through my mobile number, or which mobile number I rarely give out, or I will call you on my Skype number. So I have different ways in which to call you back. All right, now the PDFs. People always ask about the PDFs. So the 5 current basic PDFs each sell for $27 a piece. But if you want all 5 of them, you save about $17 and you get them for $118. And here are the 5 basic spiritual courses in PDF. The key to life is numerology. It's a very good introductory level to learning what numerology is all about. In that PDF, I show you what they call the modern Pythagorean method, and I show you the Chaldean method of analyzing a name. I give you a bunch of names in there that you could break down using both. I show you the meaning of the birthday number, the destiny number, the angle of destiny number. I also show you something in there too, which is, I believe I have in there, pinnacles and challenges. Also show you how to break down a name in the different parts, whether it's the soul urge, the physical essence of the name, and the key name number, as well as the full name expression. Then I can show you how to throw it together. That's the key to life is numerology, which it's also the shorthand of astrology. Now I give you some correspondence to planets and so forth. You get master numbers from double zeros all the way up to 99 in there. That's the key to life is numerology. Sells for $27 as a PDF. So all you got to do is you send me an email, and I can send you an invoice 2 different ways, and then it just takes you back to whichever site. You type in your information, whether it's PayPal or Square, and you get, after you make the payment, then I send you your PDF. Now here are the other PDFs, and it goes the same way for them as well. There is one called Tarot Basics 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3 means there's 3 mini lessons in the Tarot Basics. One is learning about the major arcana, next is learning about the minor arcana, then is learning the maps of consciousness, which are the tarot spreads. And I give you a 3-card spread, I show you a 7-card spread, and I show you how to do an analysis with 2 people using a 7-card spread, and actually use an actual case of an individual, of a couple in there. And then my favorite one, which is a 16-card spread, I share that with you, that I created. Now that's Tarot Basics 1, 2, 3. It's just that easy to learn it, and it fits just about any tarot deck that's been out there. Basically, that's been based on the Arthur E. Waite Tarot, or as well as the Golden Dawn Tarot, Morgan Greer Tarot, and a few others. Now some of the other tarot decks that are like the Angel Tarot decks, that has a whole nother meaning to it. Dragon Tarot, just about the same, but it fits just about most tarot decks that are out there. Alright, if you want to learn how to understand your dreams, you ought to get a PDF called Understanding Your Dreams. And I talk about the time of day in a dream, the 4 seasons in a dream. I also talk about colors in a dream, what people mean in a dream, buildings and plants. There's a whole variety of ways that you can interpret your own dreams. I show you how to do that in the PDF called Understanding Your Dreams. So that's 3, right? The 4th one, which is really like the first one, that I'm also using in my How to Channel course, is White Light Meditation and Energy Shields, or Energetic Shields. White Light Meditation and Energetic Shields. And I give it toward the back some basic drawings so you get an idea of what the shields could look like around you. But I show you the importance of a pink light treatment. I show you something else too, but it's specifically how to engage the white light energy that's already in your auric field, how to engage that energy and bring it all the way out there to shield yourself. So that's white light meditation and energy shields. And the last one is the art of manifesting your heart's desires, which is based on the 10 fields of awareness. And you want to get that if you want to know how to start developing your skills of manifesting, which everything is already manifested in spirit, but it's bringing it in, infusing it into the material plane where we're at. In the future, 2017, I'm working on how to read, scan, and clear auras. That's a brand new one that I'm coming at. Now, it's not new. I've taught it for ages, but I'm bringing it forward. How to use a pendulum, better named the art of pendulums. How to read with the pendulum and how to make pendulums. Very easy. That comes under the system called dowsing. Then is energetic palmistry. Now I'm going to teach you how to read the energy off a person's palm without having too much delving too deeply into palmistry, but how to look at a hand. When you touch a hand, what you feel about a hand. Energetic palmistry, you want to get that. I'm going to later incorporate how to channel, because that's going to be important. And I may go into something dealing with crystals a little bit or chakras a little bit. But I've got this whole thing that I'm developing, so you'll be able to now get anywhere from 5 up to about 12 PDFs by the time 2018 rolls around. And we're going to incorporate some more. So this is a way for you to get understanding so that you can develop yourself. That's what this is really about. And that's what I'm here to do. 42 years on my own spiritual path. Not retiring anytime soon. I want to make sure that I can reach as many people as possible so people can learn how to develop their own gifts. Because that's very important. We're all born with a gift, a talent, but we got to turn it into a skill, make it work for ourselves, and to be able to what? Bless your environment, bless your family, bless yourself, bless your community, bless your state. Alright, I'm going to sign out. We have now hit approximately an hour and 17 minutes, and that should be what? 77 minutes? we just cranked past 2 minutes. So, my task, my deed is done. I'm going to sign off. This is Circle of Grace 1 with myself, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, live. Today was December the 1st already. December the 1st. A lot of birthdays are coming up here for people. The 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th. I know people on the 8th. Somebody on the 10th. Somebody on the 13th. Somebody on the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th. I got a lot of birthdays coming up in this month. I got to get a lot of emails, a lot of cards out. I'm here every Thursday with this show on Ustream.tv. I'm here at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Every Wednesday, I'm at Blog Talk Radio with the Age of Remembrance, subtitled Circle Grace 1 in the Age of Remembrance. And I'm there at 4 p.m. Mountain Time for a 30-minute show. So see you next Wednesday. See you next Thursday. Remember, you can contact me, Skype, call me, 505-349-4722, or my other internet phone number, 505-717-4722. Email me at iam.circleofgrace1@yahoo.com or iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 IAM, I'm getting tired, iam.circleofgrace1@gmail.com. Alright, until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing. As we are alive and well in the age of remembrance, thank you so much for being here, being present today, attending the show live, and at some point, just stepping out here to participate on whatever level that you could participate with me. I really appreciate your time and your energy to be here, and I just thank you so much for your time, for your energy. See you next week. Take care now.